do what I told it to do. But that's not as bad as your stress. I'm sorry, Lulu. That's why we're here. We are here to offer distractions to everyone that's feeling stress. And we're working on bringing the video streams back up here. But I have a little story. I love FedEx. This is such a great company. They are so good at not delivering packages. And they decided to branch out into something new this week. Not only are they not delivering packages to me, but they're also not delivering packages to me that are not mine.
Oh.
So, how does that work? Well, Kristen was here all day Friday, and FedEx came to the house with a package that required a signature and left a slip on the door letting us know that they were here, we were not, even though we were, and that if we want a package, we can go pick it up at the local Walgreens down the street. And there was one small problem with that. I wasn't expecting a package from anyone. So I did not go down to the Walgreens down the street to pick up this said package that I was not expecting, and I pulled up the tracking information, and the only thing the tracking information told me was that the package came from Washington, D.C. Now, in addition to not expecting packages, I was definitely not expecting any packages from Washington, D.C. So I called FedEx, and I said, you guys left a package for me at Walgreens. I'm not expecting it. Could you tell me who it's addressed to? And they said, well, it's addressed to someone named Richard. And I said, well, my name's not Richard, and there's no one named Richard that lives here. And I've never seen mail come to here for anyone named Richard. Can you tell me who the package is from? And they said, well, the package is from, I'm going to have to spell this. It's from B-A-T-F-E. And I'm like, B-A-T-F-E? Yeah, B-A-T-F-E. So I Googled B-A-T-F-E. And you know what came up when I Googled B-A-T-F-E?
What?
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, those are all fun things. And my first thought was, you got to go get that package, open it up, and check out what's in there. My second thought is, do you really want your fingerprints on whatever's in that package?
Time to put on gloves.
So I decided I was probably best off refusing and having it returned to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. So I said, thanks, but I'm not Richard. There is no Richard here. I'm not going to be picking up that package. You all figure out what to do with it. And they said, oh, okay, we'll send it back to the sender. You all do that. And then someone else called me just to confirm that I'm not Richard. And I'm like, nope, still not Richard. So so today
Did they do a are you sure you're not Richard?
I don't know what exactly they did today, but today they left a not filled out tracking form for the package on our door. Like it had a little scribble, like the guy started to fill out the package. I think what happened is the guy had the package in his truck. We were on his route. He came to this address. He walked up to the door. He pulled out the slip and started filling it out. He looked at his electronic device. Electronic device said return to sender. He stopped filling out the slip, but rather than toss the slip out, he just stuck it to the door anyways, even though there was no information filled out on it.
Where's your wah wah wah?
Yeah, that was pretty much.
That's a big wah wah wah.
That's exactly what that is right there. So
actually, it was a code book for the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms people, and now they probably traced to you or sent agents out and kidnap you.
That's a
And
very far-fetched idea.
that's the type of idea that, we wouldn't expect anything less than that from Venison.
I know. I know.
I saw it on Lupin the Third. They got a whole episode going on about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is not an anime. This is not an anime. You need to repeat this to yourself. This is not an anime.
This is not an
I
anime.
don't know.
We
You get a package from those people. You never know.
This is not an anime. None of us have any tentacles in any of our orifices. Oh wait, that's hentai. Never mind.
Still applies.
Still applies. This is not anime. This is definitely not hentai. This is a tentacle-free zone.
Yes.
Oh, the tentacles.
The tentacles.
See, this is why some people should not do the Naruto run, because this is not an anime.
This is not definitely not anime. But speaking of things that are not anime,
Until they come knocking on the door.
I would like to take a moment to promote a new YouTube channel because some random guy reached out to me on Facebook to ask me questions about a tape I once borrowed, and this is interesting. I just need to see if I can find the channel so I can tell you all what it is, because I've found some weird tapes. Venison is quite familiar with my weird tapes. Well,
I'm getting coffee.
Sesame Street has been a staple.
well, that's not what I wanted to bring up.
No.
So there's a YouTube channel called Viewist, 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 and they do videos like about like obscure, maybe kind of retro-y, kind of forgotten. I'm not sure how to describe this channel or how they describe this channel. Let me see if they do describe this channel. No, they do not describe this channel. But they, like, for example, one of the topics they covered on this channel is that their Sesame Street for a brief period of time had a line of stores called the Sesame Street General Store, and they kind of went into the history of that because one of the guys that is involved in this channel, he used to like to visit the Sesame Street General Store in his childhood, so he has fond memories of that. They also did a video about this children's show videotape that came out called Clown TV that was pretty obscure, but very interesting. That was actually a very interesting episode, I gotta say.
Send that to Sir Mars.
Believe me, that's already being done.
He'll kill you.
They actually got one of the clowns to come on to the podcast about the episode to interview, and it was very interesting. It really was quite a fascinating topic.
What's the place again?
Viewist is the name of the YouTube channel.
Better spell that.
Viewist. Viewist.
E-I-W?
Viewist.
I-S-C.
Right. And they tend to do like your standard like 5 to 10 minute YouTube video about a topic, but then they'll do like a 34 to 45 minute podcast about the topic. So you kind of got the short thing with lots of visuals and the long thing that's more of a discussion. And that's kind of interesting, although I thought maybe the podcast was an actual podcast, but I searched for their podcast on my podcast app on my phone, and I can't find their podcast listed there. So I don't know if they're listening to podcasts anywhere or if they're just posting it all on YouTube. Oh, it's called Nostalgia is what they're calling it.
Nostalgia?
Nostalgia. It's like
God.
nostalgia, but news.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I guess that's what they're covering, like nostalgia, but kind of obscure topics of a nostalgia thing, and to be informative. So news. You can do that while watching it.
Am I too loud?
No, I love it. It's a nice effect.
Oh, wow.
We want the audience to get stoned with us. But one of the topics that they're working on for a future episode is the Sid and Marty Krofft amusement park. which I happened to find a random tape of like recordings for that amusement park that I think is the outtakes, and it was found in the same box that I found the Leonard Nimoy tape in. So I have a feeling that the same studio that Leonard Nimoy did the reading for his book is the same studio that the voice actors went and recorded these parts for the Sid and Marty Krofft amusement park. And somehow both these tapes ended up in that dumpster and worked their way to my eccentric friend's storage locker, where I got my hands on them. Now, what do you do with a tape like that? You post it on Dropbox. You post links everywhere that talks about it and hope that someone eventually gets it and can figure out what it is. Because I'd love to find out more about that tape. Because all I know is it's pretty weird. And so the guy that's doing
But
this
it's magical.
the guy that's doing this episode, he found the tape, so he messaged me on Facebook like, "What can you tell me about this tape?" I'm like, I'm sorry, it was in the storage locker, which of discarded tapes. I think it relates to the amusement park. The timing seems to be right. My guess is it came out of a studio from the 70s because I think Leonard Nimoy was recording there too, and he wrote that book in the 70s. I never heard anything else like it before. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if he finds anything, because he's trying to find people that attended the park, and I think he's playing portions of the tape for them, saying, "Do you remember hearing anything like this in the amusement park?" So I'm really looking forward to that episode to see what he finds out about the Sid and Marty Krofft amusement park, and because he says every time he thinks he can't find more information, he finds something else. And I've looked; there's not a whole lot of information about this place out there. So keep an eye on that channel. That should be a very interesting video when it drops.
I think it closed before it opened.
It was,
Closed
yeah.
before it opened.
Well, almost. It was. You know what it is now? It's now like the CNN headquarters.
What?
CNN's headquarters
What?
used to be a Sid and Marty Krofft amusement park. The huge escalators are still there.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. One of the rides was like a this ride that you would ride like a large like pinball through a real life size pinball machine type thing. I mean, it ran on a track, but it kind of zigzagged back and forth, and like the car you were riding in looked like a round silver ball, and there was all kinds of flashing lights and bumpers and colors and all that, like riding around a pinball machine. It actually looks very cool. It's too bad that it didn't last.
I wonder if they have Benita Bizarre's recording studio.
I don't know.
You know who Benita Bizarre is, don't you?
I'm not stoned enough.
She was the bad girl, one of the Bugaloos.
See, I haven't really watched Bugaloos. I watched Lidsville.
Yeah, that one I watched. You had to be on acid to watch that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a weird one. Holy shit.
Where do you come up with the idea of a kid falls into a magician's hat and goes to this land where everyone is hats, and he never got out?
Good weed.
And Charles Nelson Riley plays the magician.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate it when people point cameras at TVs to record stuff. Let's see.
In the middle of a summer,
There it is.
middle of a park, there began a great adventure for a
And the
boy
kid
who
never
was
got back home.
come to see
He was
the
forever
land
trapped
along with all the
in this
children, and 'twas
hat.
so began the day that
He almost made it.
But he never did.
performed all sorts of
To this day,
Yeah,
he
you
is
got
still
knocked
trapped
back.
there.
He
He's,
got knocked back into the hat.
he's either still there or dead.
returned the secret of the hat to learn, but everyone had gone away and darkness held its breath. The moment that he touched the hat, the room began to glow, and as he put it down and ran, the hat began to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow.
It's a growing hat.
was stunned and he was fascinated.
Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw a hat grow, my first thought wouldn't be, let's jump on in there. I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
But no,
pretty much.
No. This is what happens when you jump into strange hats.
And when he looked into the skies, he couldn't believe his ears or eyes. Lidsville is the cookiest. Lidsville is the kickiest.
It is the cookiest.
Lidsville is a living and friend. If you get a chance to go there, you'll be glad you did. 'Cause everybody who goes to Lidsville really flips his lid.
How's that for a topper?
Wait. They say that everyone who goes there is glad, but this kid's trapped there and trying to get out. That's
It was all the LSD fumes he breathed on the way down.
that is not consistent with the lyrics of the song. The story of the show is not consistent with the lyrics of the song.
What do you mean LSD fumes? Don't you mean mercury? Because if you think about it, hats back in the day in the Victorian era, the hat makers used to have to use mercury to make hats. So a lot of them actually went crazy because of the mercury that they were exposed to.
That explains a lot.
Okay. Maybe mercury. Hey, did the kid ever escape puffin stuff?
I don't know. I haven't watched much of that. Now, meanwhile, someone wants me to name an NBA player. Is Michael Jordan still playing? Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson,
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird.
And by the way, they never said it had to be a current basketball player.
That's true. That's true. I think all these are valid then. I think that's more than one. I don't know if you're still watching, but there you go. And Stanky Foreskin says sup. That's...
Yo, buddy, my man, Stanky Foreskin. What up?
You got to respect that level of honesty when someone signs up for a screen name like that. You know, it's like, that's right. I'll own it. There's some real stank there in my pants. You know, you got to respect that.
I guess.
It's all about the stanky foreskin, man.
I know. Well, you know, sometimes you got to clean that, you know, right?
What do you mean cleaning?
Well,
Girls like it when it's stanky, apparently. You know, full of fucking butter and cheesiness.
Ugh.
That's why they had circumcision.
That's where you get the Fromunda cheese, right? Right? You know, it's Fromunda.
No. Fromunda cheese is the cheese and the ripples of the taint and the balls.
Oh yes, Fromunda the balls.
It's when your balls like stick to your fucking like ass, and all of a sudden you hear that.
Well, that's what the powder's for. That's what what's that?
Yeah, but if you don't wash and you sweat, the powder becomes like a paste, and it just makes your balls stick more, dude.
You're not using enough powder then.
You still gotta wash your ass. Some people just don't wash the ass.
Well, that's why I have a bidet. I'm telling you, the best money you'll ever spend is buying a bidet, and make sure you get one of those ones that hooks up to the hot water and the cold water.
The best thing you can do is step into an actual shower with like one of those long hoses on it, like the long shower head hoses. Mm-hmm. Just squirt the fuck out of your goddamn shit.
Well, no. The bidet works better. But here's the most important thing about owning a bidet. If you have the bidet that hooks up to the hot water and the cold water, you must always make sure that the cold water line that feeds the bidet does not freeze in the winter. Because if the cold water line freezes, your bidet is going to only have hot water fresh from the hot water heater feeding it. And that is going to make you jump right up off of that toilet as soon as that steaming hot water hits your
I'll
rose
say
spot.
this much: a bidet would work fucking wonders when you're on the rag. That shit would stay pristinely clean.
Oh yeah, that's what it's for.
The bidet does have two streams. It does have the gentle stream that's a little more forward. I thought it was a ball washer, but apparently that's for the ladies. Is what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies, you got to keep that coochie clean.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Bidets are not that expensive, and it's not that hard to install.
Yeah, I think Johnny's erotically excited with that bidet.
No, I'm not. There's nothing erotic about it.
Uh huh.
Well, if you turn the pressure up enough, you can make it erotic.
Well,
Probably what he does.
some people are into enemas. I am not.
No. The tickler in the front. You can make that. Oh,
Well, I guess for you,
for Kristen.
Tickler?
Anyways, yeah. So there you go. Now we know what Lulu wants to get a bidet for.
Still wondering what you want a bidet for.
Saves on toilet paper sometimes. It's just sometimes you got to get
Oh, it does.
It
absolutely does.
Well, no, I mean, like if you got paste for shit and it's like really stuck on there, I mean, like you need a freaking power washer to get it off.
Okay, let's see how long this Twitch viewer lasts for now. We went down to 0 after naming too many NBA players, and as soon as we started talking bidets, it dropped down to 0, and it came back up to 1 just in time for us to talk about pasty shit. Which I will admit the bidet is handy for, but I don't think that's what we really came here to talk about.
Do you still have to use a scrub brush on your ass?
Now, this is all because someone named Stanky Foreskin wrote into the chat room. That is what started us down this path. So,
Well, yeah.
So
Not really. That was a while ago.
Because people have to wash their ass.
you gotta wash your ass. That is true. That is. I mean, it's just a fact of life. Anyways, moving right along. Let's go back to talking about HP Puffin stuff. No, what is
No.
HP Puffin stuff?
Was
oh,
that no
Lidsville?
Lidsville. No. Anyways, so like I said, check out that that YouTube channel with the nostalgia podcasts and videos. That is on Viewist, Viewist. Interesting YouTube channel. I recommend checking out the clown musical clown show you've never seen video, and then the nostalgia podcast number 5, Clown TV, in that order. The video will tell you the first one will tell you about the clown show, and then the second one interviews one of the people that was involved.
Are they on RedTube?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, so there is no porn.
No. Well, you can jerk off to it.
Okay. I was just asking.
I mean,
To the clown channel?
I could see these clowns. These clowns do look kind of draggish. So if you're into
Dude,
that
have
kind of
you
thing,
not seen clown sex? Oh my god, that shit is fucking hilarious.
No, I think I missed that one.
There's also men that
Clown.
dress up in rubber to look like rubber dolls that have sex.
let's go back.
The worst
Okay.
the worst I've ever seen was furries.
There's a lot of variety when it comes to furries. Let's go back to clowns. I'd just rather not
Wow.
Let the furries do what the furries do. That is way too complicated. Way too much to unpack there. We only got 15 minutes left here. I think we could do that with clown. I think 15 minutes of clown sex
Some
is
of those
just enough.
costumes are cool.
So, do clowns have a special like ritual when it comes to clown sex, or is there any rules to that, or are there no rules?
I mean, like, there's rules. Like, the one that I saw, like, everyone had to have face paint, some type of, like, clown outfit of their choice, whether it's raunchy or, like, funny looking. They had, like, clown shoes on, and then they were, like, throwing pies at each other and having sex.
Now,
They were in a one of those jump houses to even make it more weird.
Are the clown balls red, and do they honk like a clown nose?
They had clown noses on that honk.
But do they have clown noses on the balls that honk?
I didn't get in that far.
Well, we need to find out now. We need to Google this shit. Okay, clown sex. We're gonna go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I got him to look up clown sex.
Okay, all right, let's go. You know what? Bing's video search is better than Google's video search when it comes to porn. So we're gonna go ahead and Google clown sex on the Bing video search. Clown's anal present for 18 birth. No, clown. No. These are just girls wearing clown clothing. I'm not seeing much in the way of face painting here, or guys in clown cut. Okay, all right. This guy's got a clown wig on. Okay, this looks like Dirty Clown gets into some funny business. All right. Let's try this one. And I'm gonna have to describe this. I don't think we can show this on YouTube or Twitch, so we'll just go ahead and. Okay, so this is clearly a clown girl. Her two colorful socks do not match and go up to her thighs, and I don't know why she's wearing suspenders with a bikini. But she's got blue hair and a white face and an ass that kills.
Ass that kills.
Oh God, great ass when she turned around briefly. She's kind of got like the painted on smile, but the sad mouth. But the painted on mouth is smiling, but the real mouth is kind of not as looking. It's interesting, and she's just walking along the side of the road holding a bag. I'm thinking she's gonna maybe perform clown favors for someone to get a ride. Maybe that's where this is going. She's now sitting down a bench with her cute blue hair. Oh, she's got sleeves on her arms too that are multicolor. I'm digging the non-matching stockings. That is a nice touch. Oh, she's also got a black bow tie on. Now she's holding a pink balloon. I don't know where she got the pink balloon because there was a cut, and next thing I knew, she was holding a pink balloon, and she's kind of sitting on the bench playing with her balloon.
Where are you at again?
I did a Bing video search for clown sex. I'm not seeing any sex yet in this video, and we're nearly 2 minutes in.
This sounds like a French, one of those silent French films.
Now, some guy wearing
With
flannel
purpose.
and a jean jacket is sitting down next to her. And some guy in a blue hoodie is also approaching her. So now she's sitting between two guys who are both, I think, interested in her.
Yeah, you can stop right there. This is not.
Well, let's fast forward a little bit.
You guys were just harassing, you don't know him?
Oh, someone's rescued her from these guys, I think.
Yeah.
But thank you for letting me get in, letting me get away from them, because
No problem.
Someone picked her up to get her away from the creepy guys.
I have no idea
What
who
the
they were. They
fuck?
just
Just bothering you because you're dressed like a clown?
Yeah.
Oh shit, wow. How long you been at that bus stop for?
Probably like 10 minutes.
This is some convincing acting right here.
Are you from around here?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Do you mind me asking where you're heading to with
Well,
such
I just got the job. This is my first day, and I was supposed to, do like a singing gram for like a birthday party.
okay, that explains it. It's not like your everyday outfit.
No,
Okay.
I don't go around like.
She's supposed to do a singing gram dressed up as a very skimpily dressed clown.
Decided just to,
That's the premise we're going with here.
they sound like a bunch of...
Okay,
Did you check out porn.com?
so now she's giving this guy roadhead.
Oh my god.
So this is a woman dressed as a clown sucking off a guy. This is not clown porn, I don't think. So we're still not quite getting.
No.
Where's
Then
the
go to
full-fledged clown porn at?
Then go to porn.com.
I-
Star's new clown sex site.
All right, porn.com.
Okay, I saw this when I was like 14, 15 on HBO because my mom and dad decided not to put the parental settings on.
All you parents out there, this is what happens when you don't lock down your TV. Your kids watch clowns fuck.
Yes.
Oh. Clown sex trailer.
Oh, by the
YouTube.
way, we are getting trolled right now. This is cool because this is about the most active the chat room has ever been.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I gotta see this now.
Okay. I don't know. Do you feel that you've accomplished something? Wow. You can.
Are we getting trolled? Oh, I have to see this. I'm going on.
Wow. You can send text to a chat room. This is impressive.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, it must be such a darling.
I think they already left. They got bored.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
Twitch?
Was
it Twitch?
It was Twitch. They got bored of trolling us on Twitch. Oh my god. Wow.
Congratulations, you failed.
We can't
It's a
even
fail whale.
we can't even get properly trolled here.
We failed.
Oh, man. That's pretty bad.
It's like
Your show's so bad to trolls, you believe.
wait. I don't feel like we really got trolled enough. I'm gonna cut and paste this and do this myself. There we go. I am now trolling myself.
Oh, we are sad individuals.
Yes, I have to troll myself because they just didn't finish the job. They didn't. They just didn't.
What were they saying?
They said we are trolls. We just spam. No mods equals no ban. We are trolls. We just spam. No mods equals no ban. We are trolls. We just spam. No mods equals no ban. And they kept repeating that.
And then left.
Which is like, if you're gonna troll, have a point or something more interesting.
Premature spamulation.
This reminds me of when Tom Green tried to do observational humor by going out on the road with a megaphone and just describing to people the things they were doing. Like, you are walking across the street right now. And that was his take on observational humor. It's just...
Well,
I'm
he's
a
weird
troll.
anyway.
I'm trolling you. You've just been trolled, and repeating that that barely qualifies as trolling.
That's not trolling. That's just being obnoxious.
Well,
That's just being a fucking tard. If they consider that trolling nowadays, that is a sorry excuse for fucking internet.
all right, here we go. Here's Tom Green on observational humor, just for the
Some people have
reference.
commented we don't do enough observational humor on our show. This is called observational humor. Basically, I go out and make observations on everyday things. Like, well, for instance, this. You have purple hair. You're drinking some juice right now. I'm following you. I just went in the drugstore and bought some condoms. Walking down the street, walking
down the street, I got my sunglasses on, and I got my purse. Running really fast, I'm running really fast. I got a yellow envelope I have to deliver. I'm running really fast, running really fast. You're going somewhere really fast. You have to get there quickly because if you don't, you're gonna be in big trouble. Your name is Dennis. Dennis D. from Saskatchewan. I'm dressed in purple, walking down the street. I'm dressed in purple. Gosh, it's really neat. I'm holding your arm. You're waiting for the bus right now. Green shirt.
That was my favorite. You're waiting for the bus right. Just yelling at someone, "You're waiting for the bus right now," and calling that observational humor. I think that was one of the funniest things Tom Green did. No? All right, you're right. The painting lesbians on his parents' car was probably one of the funniest things he did.
That is funny.
That was, yes. Man, Tom Green's poor parents.
Bama Jera.
It's good stuff,
Walking
isn't it?
in on his dad and slapping the fuck out of him as he's taking a shit is funny.
No, that was Bam Margera that did that.
I know, it's just another example.
Yeah.
Because Tom Green sort of faded out
Yeah.
once Jackass sort of came in.
Yeah, it's kind of sad how quickly Tom Green just kind of faded into obscurity.
Yeah. Well, he was a fucking psycho, dude.
Yeah, what's sad is...
He was beyond psycho.
What's sad is you can't find full episodes of his MTV show anymore anywhere.
No.
You can only find the clips from the Canadian show that were played on the U.S. show, but you can't find actual full episodes of the U.S. show that I knew in college. I watched that all the time. I thought it was great, but you can't find it. It's lost. Although, what's really sad is the greatest TV show in all of TV history seems to be lost to TV history, and of course that is MTV's Undressed. And if I could get a full set of all the seasons of that, I would easily drop a few $100 for that.
I remember this dating TV show from the 90s where it was one person that was looking for another person, and so there was like either a group of males or a group of females per the opposite person, and they had to answer questions or like A, B, or C, and whoever got the wrong question were eliminated, and whoever got the right question, and so it was like different levels until there was like just 3 people left, and then the person who's seeking like one of the 3, they would ask more personal questions until they figured out who they liked more than the other.
Well, I remember there was a dating TV show where they'd have 3 chicks, and they let the guy look at the 3 chicks, and he would decide which one was the hottest of the 3 of them. And so he made his choice A, choice B, or choice C based off of purely looks. And then he would interview the 3 of them without seeing them and pick which one was his favorite based on the interview without knowing what they looked like, A, B, or C. And then he could choose to go on a date with either the one he thought looked best or the one he liked the interview questions the best to. And he had to make that choice. You want to go for the looks or you want to go for the interview? Now, they both might be the same, but he still had to make the choice of which one of his favorites he went with. And wouldn't that suck if you picked the same person and you went with looks because you did like their interview answers, but now they know how shallow you are? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like that right there is. Oh man, you could have gone on a date with the hot one and had them think that you like them for them, but you chose poorly. There you go.
Damn it!
What venison?
No video. I'm still looking through some of the clown sex sites that popped up on Google.
Oh God, what the hell did I do?
You've awakened something in Venison that he didn't realize was there.
The first time I actually ever did clown sex was in Porto. I always remember it fondly because it was with porn performer Lance Hart. And in addition to it being the first time I'd done clown sex on camera, it was also the first time I'd ever pegged anybody, meaning that I penetrated him in the ass with a strap on. Yeah, okay. And they had, a video here, but all I'm getting is the audio, no video.
So you're disappointed you can't see the anal penetration with a strap on right now.
At this point, I can't see anything.
Well, I always said if you kept doing that, you'd go blind. But on that note, I think it's time to put...
Next one.
Oh my God. Oh, just end the show already, please.
Oh.
It's...
I wonder what clown sex trailer
Just drown
is.
him out.
I'm sorry, Venison,
Just drown him out.
but we have to go now. So we want to thank everyone for listening to
No,
this.
wait, the trailer's coming up.
Yeah, no.
Oh! Talk over him.
No, sorry, this ain't the
keep
trailer.
going.
This is the closing themes. It's the closing themes that are rolling right now as we pan away from the fucking clowns over towards the sunset
video.
off in the distance. The clowns are riding off into the sunset where they are going to fuck over there, far, far away from us. But over here, we're going to talk about what we've learned today because we have learned so much. So
it's
much.
20 seconds long. That sucks.
So much we have learned. Like, I had to keep talking so that Venison doesn't talk, but at some point I have to ask him what he learned, and I got to figure out how many words I should let him say before I cut him off. But, Venison... Venison! What?
10
Somebody
words.
dressed as a clown.
Venison,
With a balloon.
I got this covered. Venison, go ahead and tell us what you learned. Well, you don't say, Venison. That's great. Okay, Neo, what have you learned this week?
What I learned from you.
I learned that something has awakened in Venison, and I don't know what it is, and I really don't want to know what it is.
Oh, I've learned that something's awoken in Venison, and I think I know what it is, and there's going to be a bit of going on in his pants tonight. On that note, thank you everyone for listening. Be sure to check out Video Vamp tomorrow. Be sure to check out Venison never, because he's just going to fuck clowns now, and no one needs to hear that. And,
They're not showing any.
Anyways, thank you everyone for listening. Good night.
Good night. Bye. Good night. Right. Jesus almighty Lord, please save us.
I can't find any.
Good!
How do we raid another channel?
Yeah, let's raid.
Yeah, I'm gonna raid someone. Even though I only have like 2 people to send there, we're gonna raid someone because we do that. But I don't know how to raid someone, so I need to look up the commands on how to raid someone. And let's see how to raid. How do raids work? Blah 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 blah. Oh, /raid followed by the name of the channel. That's easy enough. All right. So we're gonna go and we're gonna raid one of my favorites. We're gonna raid Chell's Goat.
Raid what?
Chell's Goat. She sings songs. I don't know if she's singing songs now, but when she does sing songs, she sings wonderful songs. So check her out. She's way more entertaining than me. Thank you for watching. Good night.